Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And just a quick disclaimer, allergies are kicking my butt, so bear with me. I'm a little congested, so just bear with me through this video. So I did the testing on the Hotspot on the Experience Beyond plan for you guys, and it's been extensive, right? It's not just I downloaded 2 large files and ran a couple of speed tests. No, it's been extensive, sort of average consumer behavior. But I did run it extensively, right? So I did 4K streams connected via tethering on my laptop. I picked a 4K stream at 60 frames per second, and I let it run for hours on end, like 4 or 5 hours at a time, just consistently to get to high usage. And then I got this message: you've used 80% of smartphone mobile hotspot high-speed data on your T-Mobile plan. At 100%, your smartphone mobile hotspot speeds will be limited to 600 kilobits per second. So that's an instant throttle, right? So I don't think we need to go there to get all the way to 250, 600 kilobits per second. I mean, that should still allow you to web browse and send some emails, maybe do some streaming at 144p, maybe 240p, if that, right? And maybe stream some music. But that's really about it after 250. But I will tell you guys this, and I will put this in this video, from an average consumer perspective, I think I was like 35 or 40 hours in on just streaming 4K content, and I couldn't even get close to the 200 gigs. So that's a lot of usage, to put that in perspective. And we're talking a 4K stream. That's not even considering 720p or 1080, depending on YouTube TV or wherever you do your streaming, right? So that's plenty of usage. It took me having to start running speed tests and then having to download a 100 gig test file to get to 218 gigs of hotspot usage. That's what it took. The 4K streaming up to 40 hours was not enough to get to 200 gigs or 218. Just to put all of that into perspective, right? I know a lot of you have voted that you prefer 200 gigs and then after 200 gigs to get 6 megabytes per second that Verizon offers. But to get to that 200 gigs or 250 for T-Mobile's matter, that's a lot of usage. I'm telling you guys right now, that's a lot of usage. I think, to be honest with you guys, you would have to run this as a home broadband replacement and have multiple devices connected to it to use this as to use up that usage on a monthly basis. And I know if there's a large download file on a game, on a video game, then that changes the story, right? Because some of those downloads can be 100 gigs, and then that's 100 gigs used. So that's different, right? You probably, if you're a gamer and you like to update your games and be up to date, you probably need some type of unlimited type of access, right? But if you're not big on gaming and you're not into huge downloads, I mean, 200 or 250, I mean, that's enough for the most average consumer to use that as a home broadband. It really is. And one other thing I do want to point out, what I did notice towards the end, when I got closer to 200, I'm assuming I did this in like a 72-hour period, right? Because I'm so close to the end of my cycle. It ends tomorrow, so I quickly changed the plan and then I started on this. So I did it within like 3 days. If T-Mobile starts noticing, this is just a speculation, I'm not sure on this, I still have to do more testing. But if they notice extensive usage, like extensive that goes beyond what they consider normal usage, maybe that's a certain percentile, it does look like they start to throttle streaming. Because at the beginning when I started, the 4K content was streaming beautifully, no problems. Towards the end, getting closer to 200, I started noticing buffering on the 4K stream. So then I checked and I ran a speed test on Ookla and I did a fast.com, and the speeds were drastically different towards the end. On the Ookla, I got 500 megabits. On the fast.com, I got like 16, 17 megabits, 14. That was not happening at the beginning. So I think T-Mobile does categorize this and put you into a different percentile if you do extended usage. I think if you spread that type of usage throughout the entire 30 days and you get to 200, then I think, you know, that'll be fine. But if you do it within like a 24, 48, 72 hour period and you try to cram 200 gigs all within those 3 days, I think T-Mobile considers that excessive, and they start somewhat monitoring the connection, or managing the connection, I should say. But let me know your thoughts in the comments on this. Let me know if you've tested this. Let me know if you're going to test this once it makes it to the Go 5G Next. Let me know if you have usage, if you have a need for that type of hotspot. Let us know that in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. See y'all in the next one. Peace.